All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Yellow. On the line, right? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, keep right side.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing today. You go take. You got take.
On second down now. It's Lynch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing is Mahomes on third. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The second-year man for USC, this is Ronald Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now it's Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Touchdown, Jets.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sheldon Richardson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Gay's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Beast mode unleashed, a big one there. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, Lynch. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Check 52.
On 2nd and 2, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for him with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Let's get it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
52's the mic right here.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That is caught by Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jones, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ronald Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Going with a screen for Murray. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And that's That's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Oftentimes, we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep open. It's caught inside the 25. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Play action. Now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Taylor to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 17-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Set. 125. Check 3. Check 325.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And an alley to run.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football, because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, it's Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run on first down. Barber. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor will throw. Being chased out left. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now it's Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Taylor to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.